What up? Stay stoked, G. Back on another topic, back on another video. So I'm not exactly sure what to name this video, but I'm going to talk about the newly named Kennedy Center, which is now called the Trump Kennedy Center. Then we're going to talk about that. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out to give you leverage, better sales. Also, I'm going to give another shout out once again to my good friend that's up here that has a channel. Her channel name is Patricia-H3O1H. That's Patricia-H3O1H. So I'm going to place a link to one of her videos in the description below. So go and check her channel out. So definitely a good channel. I'm always about folks having growth on YouTube. So I know I did some channel reviews some months ago. I'm still doing those. So if you still want to have a channel review, just email me. My email is in the description below. And also, if you want a shout out, the description is below. Right. So if you want a shout out, just send me an email, and I'll definitely give you a shout out. It will be a fee with it, just like with the channel reviews. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a set price. I know with the channel reviews, I asked for donations. It wasn't a set price. For the shout outs, same thing. Right. So, but there will be a fee, just a donation. Right. You get what you pay for. That's how life works, man. For real. So let's get into it. So the Trump Kennedy Center. So the Kennedy Center, which is located in Washington, D.C., is a living monument for President Kennedy, who was assassinated back in the 60s, right? And that particular building is it hosts music, concerts, opera, ballet. Basically, it's a performing arts theater to a certain degree, right? So there are a lot of prestigious things that happens there, and as a recent, the president was able to rename the center. Well, he didn't really rename it. He just added his name to the actual center. So instead of saying Kennedy Center, now it says Trump-Kennedy Center. The Trump-Kennedy Center. So I know a lot of folks had some issues with this because it's like, why would you put your name on something that's dedicated to somebody else, another president, right? And then also, I've definitely read that there were some legality issues when it comes to, was it even legal for him to do this, right? So I know that's probably in litigation right now, or at least somebody or some people are trying to figure out like if it was legal, and then they're probably going to try to push back and be able to name it back or remove his name from the center. But they've already put his name up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've already actually like physically went on the building and placed his name hyphen on the building, right? So I mean, if they win, that means you got to go back up there, and basically it's a waste of money, and you have to take the name back from down there. So, this is no different than any other president that we had in the history of the United States, right? A lot of presidents, if not all of them, have had some type of thing that they left behind as legacy, right? Whether it be they had some type of bill they left behind that's still being used to this day, some type of reform when it comes to finances that's still being used today. The building with the Kennedy Center. I mean, every president has something they left behind. Every single president. Now, was it right for him to add his name on to some other person's legacy, another president's legacy? I mean, I'm not here to debate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. He decided to do that for whatever reason. I have no clue the reason why he did that. I mean, nobody does, except for him. But once again, this is no different than any other president that have tried to leave some type of legacy behind. It's even in the military, right? When I was in the Army, there was a general, Asian general named, his last name was Shinseki. I forget his first name. But before he retired, he was the one that implemented the black beret for us, which we wore, I want to say, starting in 2000. And we didn't start wearing that beret as a normal uniformed thing until, I want to say, was it 2012, 2013, something like that. So at least a little bit over 10 years, the Army, that was the standard headgear for the Army. So if you was in uniform and your utilities, you had a beret on, right? So you know, this is what he wanted to leave as a legacy. I know he has other things leaving as legacy as far as the Big Beautiful Bill and some of these other things, but he wanted his name on something, you know what I'm saying, that people's gonna be able to see. Think about his hotels. His hotels actually has his name up there, Trump Towers, right? So I know a lot of folks gonna have a lot of things to say about this, man. A lot of things about this, and you know, I mean, it's all up to speculation. It could have been ego. It could have been a legal thing that he did that was a play, because let me tell you something, man. The president is he's not dumb, he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he does, from what I've seen, is calculated. Everything that he does is a benefit to himself and possibly to the United States of America, right? So this is not me bigging him up or me, you know, saying that, you know, he's the best president of all time. You know, who knows? Only history is going to decide that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have a president that is very intentional with what he does. So there's definitely was the reason why he did that, right? Whatever reason it was, who knows? Like I said, it could have been vanity, it could have been ego, it could have been something legal that he did for him to be able to put his name up there. I don't know, but you know, I know a lot of folks are going to have some issues with this. Like I said, folks have already started doing some pushback. They're already trying to figure out ways to reverse this, but one thing I have found out about this administration, about this president, is that you got a hard ass time trying to reverse anything, man. Once he does something, he stands on business, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I'm just being real, man. Everything he's been doing up to this point, man, he done stood on business, and he basically nobody's been able to challenge it, right? So I'm not exactly sure what is going to come about. Folks trying to challenge this from a legal standpoint for them to remove the name. I don't know. It's just and you know, we still got 3 years left, man. You know what I'm saying? So buckle up. It's a ride, yo. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I said another video about this as well, not about the Kennedy Center, but about like his presidency, and the president is doing a lot of shaking up when it comes to this country. And I'm just telling you, man, I know a lot of folks don't like this president. I know a lot of folks, you know, they really are disdain with what he's been doing, him being president. I'm telling you, there are certain things that are going on right now in America, and there's certain things he's doing right now I think is going to stick for a long time. And I think in the long run, when history looks back at some of these things, I think a lot of things he's doing right now, history is going to look back on it from a positive note. I know folks don't think that right now, but I really believe that. I really believe that, because when he makes decisions on things, I don't look at it from an emotional aspect. I look at it from a logical aspect, right? I try to really think and do research, and like, you know, we never gonna know what the main reason was why he do certain things, but I mean, but you can try. You know what I'm saying? You can do some process of elimination. You can look at some things that been going on in America during the time that he made certain decisions or whatever, and deduce what you think that happened or the reason why he did it. You know what I'm saying? But I really believe that, you know, a lot of this stuff that he does is not for hateful purposes. I think a lot of folks really believe that. I think folks are in their feelings about him and feel like he's intentionally trying to destroy the United States. I don't think so. I just don't, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I mean, you can unfollow me, you want to, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it doesn't make any sense for any president to intentionally try to destroy the United States and destroy the government. There are certain things behind the scenes that we don't know about. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that we will never be privy to, which is behind some of the things and some of the reasons and some of the decisions he's making in America. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on that we do not know about. And when you see certain decisions being made, I'm telling you, it's I think in the long run, it's for the good. I got doged for folks that have been just seeing this video for the first time and actually have been on my channel for the first time. I got doged, which means I lost my job. I've been out of work. I've been out of gainful work for about like 9 months now. You know what I'm saying? Am I mad at him doing that? No, at all. You do understand America is severely broke. You do understand that, right? America is broke as hell. Broke. You know what I'm saying? Broke and is severely in debt, right? So there was a lot of decisions that needed to be made during that time that, you know, I think other presidents would not have done it, but he did it. And I knew, and like I said, he's not an idiot. I'm pretty sure that he knew that there was going to be a lot of, what's the word for it? A lot of, what's the word for it? not dysfunction. Lord have mercy. Losing train of thought here. Discontent. Yeah, Lord have mercy. Discontent with some of his decisions. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we can't affect his decisions that he make. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is roll with the punches and try to accept what he's doing. And one thing you got to do, as of right now, is accept him being on the Kennedy Center's front of the building. His name is there, and it's going to stay there for a long time. It is what it is. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I catch y'all in the next video. Say so, G. Signing out. I'm gone.